Robert Mueller is set to testify. You'll see it right here on CBS 3. The former special counsel is preparing for his much-anticipated appearance before Congress tomorrow. Mueller will testify about his report on Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election.
Natasha Brown is live in our satellite center with more on what we can expect to see and hear. Hi, Natasha.
Hi there. Well, everybody certainly wants to know what Robert Mueller will say. The special counsel is asking for guidance from the Justice Department before he sits in the hot seat. The Trump administration is trying to limit what former special counsel Robert Mueller will testify about on Capitol Hill tomorrow. The Justice Department sent Mueller a letter last night giving him strict instructions to stick to the boundaries of his report, and it says he cannot discuss the conduct of uncharged third parties beyond what's already in the report. The letter calls the testimony unnecessary. President Trump continues to call Mueller's investigation a phony witch hunt.
I saw Mueller has testified tomorrow again. How many times? Two and a half years. There's nothing here. There's no obstruction.
Democrats plan to highlight incidents in the Mueller report that they say show obstruction of justice.
There was sufficient evidence to prove the crime of obstruction. That's clear to me as a prosecutor. It's why more than 1,000 other prosecutors have said if this were their case, if he wasn't the president, any other person would be indicted.
Democratic sources say they don't expect any new revelations to come out of tomorrow's hearing, but Democrats are banking on there being a lot of viewers who haven't read the report. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi sent a 6-page memo to House Democrats outlining findings of the Mueller report.
The whole truth and nothing but truth, so help you God.
Ahead of the hearing, FBI Director Christopher Wray testified on Capitol Hill today, where Mueller's report was a hot topic.
There was an awful amount of work done by a huge team of professionals that resulted in a 450-something page report.
Director Wray declined to delve too far into the report's findings ahead of tomorrow's hearing. Well, one of Mueller's aides, Aaron Zebley, will appear alongside the former special counsel, but he will not be answering any questions. Live in the SAT Center, Natasha Brown, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Natasha, thank you. Let's remind everyone you can watch the Mueller testimony live on CBS 3. It starts at 8:15 tomorrow morning. If you are not near a television, you can also watch on our website, CBS Philly.